are finishing the patio. All these things getting like thrown off the rails. It's too big. Hello guys, happy Friday. Welcome back to the vlogs. This one has been a long time in the making, let me tell you. This weekend we are finishing the patio and I could not be more excited because, like I said, it has been a very long time coming. Let me just kind of take you through the journey. Back in March was just looking out, like I'm sitting in front of my window right now and I look out onto the patio and I was just looking at it and I was like, dang, she is run down. Like, she is crusty and dusty and just not a like good use of the space. It's just like in really bad shape. And I really wanted to give my patio a makeover. So I started looking through Pinterest and getting inspiration on TikTok and just doing all the things, getting all the ideas. We already have a set of furniture, which is great. We are not changing the furniture, so it's mostly was just plants and pots and decor and cushions and things like that. In addition to that, I really wanted to get back into container gardening. I used to container garden a lot, like back in 2017, 18, and 19. Like, I every year planted a container garden. So this year I was like, you know what? We are gonna take this back on. We are gonna get this patio up to snuff. My original end date was end of May. We obviously are in the end of June and it's still not done. But a lot of things have happened since then that kind of set me back. Really, a lot of plants have died. I recently dug out my potatoes and I got like the teeniest, tiniest little potatoes and there weren't even that many. So yes, it was successful, but not at the level that I thought it would be, which is fine because, you know what, in fall we're going to try growing leeks and it's going to be great and they're going to be so much better. But yeah, so this weekend is like the final push. It was recently Prime Day. I placed a massive Prime order with like literally everything. Lights, we have a rug, we have pillows, cushions, like literally pretty much everything else that I need to get this patio situated and usable for the next good handful of months. We have all of summer, we have most of fall, because fall is still warm here. And I'm just so excited to be able to like sit out there in the morning and drink my coffee or journal, or to sit out there and read on my lunch, or like literally just do anything outside. So we've made a lot of progress, which I'll show you probably tomorrow before we power wash it. Tomorrow the plan is power washing and then everything from my order is being delivered on Sunday, which is perfect because it'll give everything a time, like the time to dry, because I don't want to be putting like a rug down on wet brick. You know, so the plan today is Home Depot, pick up some like last little plants that I need to get. I need like 2 more pots, so I'm hoping to find that between today and tomorrow as well, because I would like to be able to have everything that needs to be planted before my boyfriend comes over to power wash the brick. This way the clean brick doesn't get dirty again. We have that. And then tomorrow, again, big cleaning and like plant organizing day. We are going to be power washing the patio. I also need to scrub down the brick a little because it has some calcium buildup on it that I just really need to get in there before we power wash, just to really make sure it comes out clean. So very excited for that. And then Sunday, we get to decorate. Now Sunday, I am going to Disneyland in the morning for a little mental health solo Disney trip. I know this was kind of a long intro, but like I said, it has been a very long project that we are finally at the end of. I'm so excited. like I mentioned before, some of my plants have died. My dill didn't survive. My spinach was looking really promising and then also died. And I just have a couple of like empty pots that I would love to just get some herbs. I don't know if it's going to be too hot to plant them or not, but I'm hoping that if I buy them from someplace that sells them outside, they'll kind of be acclimated to the temperature, and so maybe they won't die when I pot them. But I would love to get like oregano and some mint, and I would love to get dill again. I always buy herbs, and part of my problem is I don't like use a lot of it, but I have talked to my boyfriend about it, and he said he would be more than happy to take some freshly harvested herbs off of my hands, so he's gonna help me use them up, which is great. But yeah, so that is like the big thing for the weekend. I'm so excited to finally be done with this and to be able to enjoy it, but hopefully by the end of the day or at some point tonight we can take a trip out to Home Depot and just pick up some stuff. Happy power washing day for the patio. Today's the day. The sun is shining. Actually, no, it's not. It's really, really gloomy this morning. Like, June gloom is such a thing here, but normally it starts sooner in the month, and it hasn't started actually happening consistently until like this week, and it's the end of June. So that is why we were wearing a sweatshirt. But before we get to the power washing, we have lots to do. So I have a nail appointment at noon. I need to leave here around 11:30. It's currently 10:51. I'm going to try to run up to like TJ Maxx, I think, before stores get too busy this afternoon. And I'm going to try and go look for pots. I did end up going to Home Depot last night, but I went with my boyfriend, and I was honestly in such a food coma that I blanked on filming anything. So we didn't film anything, but we also didn't get anything too exciting. I just got some oregano to plant in the garden. They didn't have a lot of herbs. Like, it was all just oregano and thyme, and I wanted to get thyme because I actually love thyme, but they were like really crazy looking, and I was like, And then I bought some impatiens because after doing lots of research, they're one of the only flowers that grow in shade, as long as you buy the shade specific ones. They're really cute. They're little white flowers, and I think it's really gonna give this like the Nancy Meyer's vibe that it needs. It's like just really gonna tie everything together, I think. So, goal this morning, I need to get 3 pots. Yeah, like 3 pots, I think. If I find herbs, I'm gonna buy them, but that might just be like a continuous ongoing thing. So we got to do that, and then we're going to bounce to our nail appointment because the nails, while they're so cute, they're a little grown out. Actually, they're pretty grown out. But I've noticed that since I only go like once a month, to get a more neutral background is really life-saving because they don't look that bad from afar. Like, it's subtle, you know? So we're going to get the nails done, and then we're going to bounce back. I'm going to stop at Target, and then we're just gonna come home and start potting stuff, and I at that point will show you like an update on what the patio is looking like. Then it's power washing time. Once my boyfriend's off at 3, he's gonna come and get me, and then we're gonna go up to Home Depot to pick up the power washer, and then we're gonna be here scrub-a-dub-a-dubbing the patio, and I'm so freaking excited. And then again, most of the stuff comes tomorrow. The one item that was supposed to be delivered on Monday is actually coming tomorrow as well, so that's really exciting. But the only thing is I'm not getting my doormat until July 6th. I figure it'll be fine. I have one out there right now from Christmas, which I can just use in the meantime, but like I really gotta scrub like underneath it because we have a calcium buildups like on the brick. So that is what we're looking like, and I need to stop yapping and I need to head out the door. And yeah, I will try and film some clips while I'm out right now, but I'm honestly in like a very big rush. So I don't know how much I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna try. I literally just got home and it is so late. It's 2:53. I went to TJ Maxx before my nail appointment, which I'm obsessed. They're like everything and more that I wanted. Couldn't find anything. So then I was like, okay, cool. So after my appointment, I'm gonna have to run to the other side of the city and go to Home Goods to try and find pots. Luckily, I found 3 pots. I think they're gonna be perfect. But the downside is I have like 5 minutes to pot things. So we gotta get going. And I'm just gonna do a really quick overview of the patio because your girl's in a hurry. Because the system was down and we can't find one anywhere else. So we're working on a plan B and picking up food. Happy Sunday. It's patio. When I finally think it's going to be done, just all these things keep getting like thrown off the rails. Yesterday with the power washer, I rented it on Friday, put down $50 for a deposit for it, and we go to Home Depot yesterday and they're like, oh, our system's literally just crashed. We can't rent anything. And I was like, well, we previously rented it. And they're like, even still, we can't give you anything. And so then we were driving around the city to like every place that we could think of that would rent a power washer. Literally nobody in the city rented power washers. We found one place, but it was going to be a minimum $100 per hour. And I was like, no. So luckily my boyfriend had a hose with like a nozzle and it worked really well. So there's still some calcium buildup on it, but it's a lot better. We washed the furniture. We literally washed everything. It was so nice. And then today I get home and I'm looking on Amazon and the cushions for the 2 chairs are not being shipped. They're not being shipped. And so I'm trying to find a replacement because it's giving me the option to cancel and get refunded or to like wait it out. Everything I'm finding is like hella expensive, like $50 for just 2 cushions, or it won't be here until the end of the week. I really want it here now. And I know I'm being impatient, but like I've been working on this patio since March. I just want to enjoy it already. It's been delivered yet, but everything else should be here except for the chair cushions and then the doormat. So we're going to try and find chair cushions that will be here within the next day or 2 that aren't an arm and a leg. I will be back once I have an update. Good morning. Happy Monday, y'all. Let me just explain. So we were supposed to finish the patio. It has not happened, which is why you haven't really seen anything. Yesterday, Sunday, I was supposed to get like everything, like the cushions, the pillows, the rug. I got the cushions for the love seat, but it's too big, so I have to return it. So then I was like, I decided to measure, and I, after hours of searching for the right size, found cushions, but they won't be here until next weekend. And then the rest of my Amazon order with like the lights and the pillows didn't arrive until almost 10 o'clock last night. So at some point today, we will get the pillows situated and out there. So at least there's something, and then we can set up the solar lights. But yeah, y'all, I'm so tired. Like, this patio just constantly gives me a run for my money, and I want it to be done so I can sit out there and enjoy. And like, I mean, today's really gloomy, But it's still been nice to sit out there with like a blanket and a book and my coffee. But that's where we're at with the patio. That's why you haven't like seen anything. It's because I haven't done anything. I put the rug out. It looks really cute. I wish it was slightly bigger, but I feel like it's fine. Like, I'm not mad about it. I do like it. It's really pretty. It's very comfortable to stand on barefoot. And it can't go too big in this patio because it's really narrow, but that's where we're at. Anyway, it's very early. I walked to get myself a coffee this morning. We got to start work for the day. So hopefully in a couple hours we can go out there and start setting some stuff up.
I just hope it ends up getting enough sunlight.
It will. Like, right now it's kind of shady, but like in an hour this whole thing's gonna be
Lit up?
like direct sunlight, yeah. I'm so excited.
Come sit with me. I bet Wendy would like it here.
I'm sure she would love it. There. Once we get the cushions, it'll look better. And then I ordered a third cushion.
I don't think they even need cushions.
Yeah. Cozier that way. Monday, y'all. Today, I don't know why, but I'm feeling so drained. Also, what is happening with my hair? I don't even know. I have no excuse because it was a 3-day weekend, and like, I literally did nothing. I very much rested a lot, but I don't think it was enough rest, honestly. I think my body is just so tired from like this year. Like, emotionally she's tired, and now physically I'm feeling extra tired. Anyway, today is Monday. The patio is finished, minus a few things, as you saw in the clips, but I still need like a couple of plants here and there. But like the furniture and the cleaning and the decor, she's done. I think I do eventually want to get a couple more lanterns to give it that like super cozy rom-com Nancy Meyer's feeling. But like, all the cushions are here, the pillows are here, like everything's here. So I am on my lunch. I quickly just jumped through the shower because I had such a hard time getting up this morning. I've been trying to implement like a new nighttime and sleep routine, which could also be why I'm feeling extra tired. And it's definitely been a struggle and a little bit of an adjustment, but essentially I'm going to bed 30 minutes earlier and waking up an hour earlier than what I am used to. And so I kind of feel jet lagged. I think that's like the best way to describe my tiredness. It's more like a jet lag. But I just ran through the shower because I woke up too late to shower before work. So we jumped through the shower. I'm working from home, obviously, so like I'm not around anybody and nobody's home. And I think what we're gonna do is we're going to make a matcha latte. I'm gonna put on some eye patches, and we are gonna start a new book and sit outside on our lunch and get some fresh air since I wasn't able to do it this morning, which was my original plan. I do have packages out there that need to be picked up from USPS, but I don't think that they come until later. And then I am expecting a FedEx package, and I have no clue what time they're going to come. So hopefully they won't come while we're out there, because that's low-key kind of awkward. But I recently was in Barnes & Noble, and I didn't go in with any plans to buy anything, and I stumbled across this book, and the title really pulled me in. It's called The Someday Garden, and since I've been like working on my patio and my garden for literal months, I was like, this is the book that I'm gonna start once the patio's done and I can sit out there in my garden. And I have no idea what it's about. Not a single clue. I'm guessing there's a garden, unless it's a metaphor, but hopefully there is a garden. And it's a signed copy, which is really cool. I know that this, here's my receipt. I know this isn't like a book vlog, but look how cute the signature is. Anyway, I thought it'd be nice to like sit out there, enjoy the patio, and you know, we will wrap up this vlog outside. Anyway, let's get these eye patches on. I know I've said this like a million times in this vlog, but I'm genuinely so excited to like be done, minus the few random things that I still want to do, but a lot of it just kind of comes down to timing, and it's a little bit out of my control. Like, I want to get a few more herbs for my empty pots where I have my little herb garden, but it's just a matter of like finding them, and I think a lot of the ones that I wanted, stores aren't like restocking after spring season, so I kind of just have to keep my eye out, and when I find them is when I find them. But other than that, it's really just the pot that's on the table by the love seat needs some impatient flowers. And I thought that when I had bought the ones previously that I would be able to split them and put some in there, but they were so rooted and I didn't want to cut them because I don't know how well they would have taken to that, because I'm not that familiar with these flowers. So I just ended up potting both in their respective pots. So I want to get another one for the table so it really ties in. I think it'll look really nice. But yeah, again, today is the first full day of use. I am going to go sit out there on my lunch right now and read and start this book, which I'm very excited for. I'm going to go make a matcha, and then we are going to be outside.